DJI Mini 3. Updated information. Got that coming up next. Bill the Drone Reviewer here. If you like the content of this video or anything on my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. With that, let's begin. The other night I hosted Rotor Talk Live and was joined by Mr. Ron Braun and Mr. Marcus Crawford. We spent the better part of the evening discussing all the latest regarding the DJI Mini 3, including a rumored release date, potential pricing, specs, and a whole lot more. So without any further ado, let's roll that clip in its entirety. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the Mini 3. Now, you know,
not the Mini 3 Pro.
The DJI Mini 3. End of sentence kind of thing. Okay. You know, do you guys find it curious that since they came out with that on the FCC database, that there has been, I checked Deals Drone, I checked Acetalab, I checked other places, zip, nothing.
Very quiet.
Yeah, it's just totally quiet. It's just like all of a sudden it just kind of like just dried up. What do you guys think about that?
Well, you didn't check the right place. I saw him in the chat earlier. Our friend Lauren from up north there, he dropped a few hints last night during the Drone Nation show in the chat. Marcus, what date is he calling for?
December 7th, the day that will live in infamy.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Now, Bill, we don't know if the 7th means the day it comes out or the day they announce it, because remember, we got messed up in the Classic. We ate crow in the Classic because the day we thought it was come out was the day it got announced. But something's going to happen on the 7th.
Yeah. It's just an announcement that day. Now, whether you can pre-order it that day or not, we don't know. But I don't think you're going to be going to Best Buy and buying it on the 7th.
Okay, but we'll know something definite. Like we'll get that email that day. Now, Bill, 7th is the correct date. What do you think about that as far as timing for Christmas?
Oh, that's a tight time frame to get it out, to get it to people before Christmas. That's very tight. You know, I know right now, for example, okay, you know, I went yesterday morning, okay, Monday morning, all right, and I'm figuring I have a doctor's appointment at 9:30, so my doctor's appointment is right by the post office, so I had to I was dropping off a ton of stuff, okay. There was a line out the door at 9 o'clock in the morning when the post office opened up, and I'm like, what are they giving away? Okay, well, everybody's already started mailing things, all right. So, you know, that crunch time is already hit. And what was nice was I ran into the assistant manager. He said, he saw me with all the boxes. He said, here, he wheeled out a cart. I put all the boxes in a cart, but you know, it's already started. So with shipping, you know, because I ordered a bunch of stuff because, you know, you guys know, you know, a week from Friday, you know, we're on a jet bird up to Ohio. So, you know, we're doing a lot of our Christmas stuff now and get it done and get things here. And, you know, it's still, even now with Amazon, things that normally take a day are taking like 2 days. So it's already started. So with this coming out on December 7th, it's going to be really tight, a real tight time frame. And I would say this, okay, if it's not in their, you know, in their hubs for DJI, like in Atlanta, Chicago, New Jersey, California, if it's not there by now, okay, it's not going to come in time for Christmas. I would really doubt it, but I could be wrong. Okay, I'm just saying, if it's not there, you're not going to get it in time. If it is, you might.
Now, why do you think they waited so long? You think there were problems with, you know, software or hardware that they had to delay this late, Bill?
I don't think it was a problem with that. I think their timing was they didn't want to conflict it. You know, they just came out and announced the Mavic 3. Okay, the 03 Air unit. They wanted to give those time
a little breathing room.
Both of those some breathing room and being able to, you know, capture part of that market. Because I know I got a lot of responses. I got a lot of emails from guys saying, you know, Bill, that Classic came out. I snatched it right up. The price was too good, which it is. It was a great price for the Classic. Okay, it's just an incredible drone, even with just that single camera. And you know, and giving that 03 unit to some time to breathe. And some of their sales that they had, like, you know, they had a pretty good sale on the Mini too. It was like $509 instead of $599.
Yeah,
you know,
the Flymore combo.
Yeah, and they wanted to give it some time. You know, they want to give some time and space to that to help these get some traction. So I kind of understand that, but you know, I wouldn't wait too long. I'd have probably gone for like maybe December 1st instead of December 7th, but who am I, you know?
Bill, you mentioned pricing a little while ago. You expect the pricing to be real sharp on this DJI Mini 3 drone?
I think it's going to be attractive. And what I mean by attractive, I think for no frills with a regular controller, one battery, no Flymore combo, I think it's going to be like $499.
Oh, I like that price.
That's what I see. Now, if you jump up and they have an option with a DJI RC, okay, you're probably going to maybe $795, I would think. That's just I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah.
Just kind of guessing with that. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, the guess last night was $599, but you know, I like your $499 better because the $599, you might as well just get the Pro for $150 more.
Yeah. Hey, so Ron, the other point that Ron made to me earlier today, Bill, was now look at the price on that Nano Plus. You know, why would you get a Mini 3 when you get the Nano Plus that might have more features, etc., for not much more money too? What is the Nano Plus now, Ron? 609?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. The Alltel deals change by the day. It's like stock market. At one point, somebody was selling it for $499 just the drone. But generally, you can get the Flymore combo for the Alltel Nano Plus for about $659 generally.
Yeah. Well,
maybe a little bit less some places, a little bit more other places, but for about $650, you can get a Nano Plus combo, and you know, we don't know what's going to happen to the camera on the Mavic Mini 3, whether they'll downgrade it all or be the same camera. But you know, again, the Nano is a player at that price point you just threw out there, Bill. Well, if the Alltel drones stay at this price, we're acting like this is the price forever now. I mean, their price has been on for a while now, but they may go back up after the holidays to their former prices. I do not know.
Now, Lon brings up a good point, and I put his comment up there. DJI knows what they're doing. Watch the problems with the rides in China, and he's right. There are rides in China right now that may cause issues along with a railway strike over there. So I think
and they have a COVID shutdown and I believe in the manufacturing cities.
Yeah, near Shenzhen. Now, Leonard points out too, Mini 3 is Wi-Fi only, no O3. So
I struggle with that.
I'm not
sure,
okay.
Leonard. I wouldn't count. I can't believe they'd go anything back to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe they only have O2 on it.
Yeah, perhaps. Well, I don't think there's a lot more money. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
We're all speculating here until we get. You're right. To our buddies like Acetalev and Deals Drones, those guys start getting their pumping out their leaks. Do you think that the lack of us seeing any good leaks from them, does that indicate anything at all beyond the fact that they just didn't get scooped this time? You know, or maybe this maybe there's nothing to leak out. Maybe the drone's kind of just like the other one, except it's missing, obstacle avoidance and
right. I think the pictures will be the same. I don't think you'll be able to tell physically from the outside the difference between the drones. That's just my opinion. And Lauren put down there it's not Wi-Fi. The FCC really showed the transmission type. So
okay,
we know it's O3. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Lon.
So 4K 30 instead of 4K 60. No OA and no tracking. You can count on those for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps they would take away things like master shots because maybe they're worried about not having OA and the drone going sideways. And
right.
I don't know. Just a thought, but I'd say for sure no OA, 4K 30, and no tracking.
Yeah. I those are right. And I'm not so sure that they're going to go with that. The panoramic or no, I don't mean the vertical video.
And Maddie says maybe no portrait mode.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure. That's a good point, Matt.
Although, why would they take that off of a drone that they're trying to appeal to the TikTok generation? In other words,
yeah,
financially, it'd fit into their price range, and so I don't know.
I don't know. Well, here's a question I'm going to pose to both of you. Okay, would this be a drone that you would get?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ron.
Only for the fact that people would have interest in it, but ask me about it, expect to see reviews. But I had a conversation with Marcus today. If I would get this drone, I probably wouldn't order it when it came out. I would wait until it came out available as buying the drone only, because I have all the controllers. I got batteries. I do not need anything but the drone. So I may wait until that's available as a standalone item.
That's a great point, Ron. That you bring up a great point, because look, for example, look at the Mavic 3 Classic. All right, that drone by itself, that's a great price. Okay, and if you have a controller that's compatible with it, the batteries are the same.
And that means if you have any other current DJI drone, you have a controller that's compatible with it.
Yeah, so you're good to go. I mean, you're not going to be.
The DJI RC, Ron, and the RC Pro. Now, wouldn't that be something, flying that?
Yeah.
But I think the key here is affordability, because that's what the Mini SE is, and so they're discontinuing the Mini SE. This clearly is replacing that on the lower end of the scale. So I'm quite sure they'll make it affordable, because that's what they're looking for.
And Marcus, that also goes into whether I'm going to buy it or not. If they make it too high a price that nobody's going to buy it, I won't get it, because it won't be the interest in it. But if they price it correctly and there's a lot of interest, then I may consider it. But again, if they overprice it and the public, the drone community doesn't respond well to it, there's no use me getting it.
I get you're absolutely right. Yeah.
My key consideration.
I got Bill's call. Sorry.
My key consideration for it in getting it, okay, it's going to have to be compatible with a current controller that I have right now. All right, and also too the batteries for the Mini 3 Pro. The compatibility needs to be there. If that's the case, then I will strong and that price point. Okay, for me, it's kind of a no brainer at $499. If it's $599. I got to take a pause. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, I'm just, a couple hundred away from a Mini 3 Pro, which I already have.
$150 away. So if you're in the store and you're debating, I get all the bells and whistles for another $150. Why don't you do it?
Yeah. My hope is like Ron, if perhaps we can buy the drone only for like $399 or something, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, that would be awesome. But I'm also concerned what it's going to cost the person who doesn't have a drone at all. If that person's got to pay like $600 for the kit, I don't think it'll sell enough to warrant enough interest for me to get it to do videos on it.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I think for me, I think that price point needs to be $499.
You got to sharpen that price point. Yep.
Yeah, it needs to be a very sharp price point, because that's very attractive. That'll bring people in. It's under $500, okay? And I think that will sell through the roof if they do that right, okay? And no DJI RC, just the standard controller, single battery, that kind of thing.
Koopy's on a roll tonight, man.
The drone mask. Who needs all-in-one controller? He's right. Hey,
Koopy, what did Crystal put in your soup tonight? I want to know.
Hey, real quick before I have to leave, Bill, this come out December 7th. Does that leave any time for the Pocket 3 to come out?
I'm kind of, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about tonight, and I think I'm glad you brought that up, Ron, before you left here, because, I don't see it fitting in right now, okay, because of the time frame, especially before Christmas. It's right around the corner here, and we pretty much have heard tonight through the grapevine, December 7th is a possible release date for this, so I don't see them trying to pit it, because you had the 03 Air unit come out, you have the Mavic 3 Classic coming out, now you have the DJI Mini 3 coming out. Okay, I don't see room right now for that, Ron. What do you?
So I can save my tax refund to buy the Pocket 3 in the spring.
Yeah.
Hey, so with regard to the Mini 3, I'm hearing that you will be able to buy the drone individually, or you can get it with the RC N1 or the DJI RC.
Yeah, but on day one is the real question.
That, absolutely. We know traditionally they don't allow you to buy just the drone only on
and
day
I don't
one.
expect it. I mean, I don't see it in demand. I understand why it's not there on day one.
Expect December 7th just to be an announcement date. Yeah. Now, can you put in a pre-order that day or something? I don't know.
Bill, let's go with that. Okay, December 7th is announcement. So traditionally, the drone releases it the week later. So now the drone's coming out on the 14th, and you got to have it under the tree by the late on the 24th.
You basically got 10 days, okay, to get that drone there. Wow.
Santa's got it.
Amazon.
Santa's got to be flying a souped up Mavic 3 that make all those deliveries.
Have some turbine afterburners on that sleigh to get it to you in time.
Amazon.
Well, yeah, Amazon. But see, here's the thing, okay? And I'm gonna open up another little can of worms here too.
Hey, Bill, before you open up the can of worms, I really have to run. I have to be
okay.
I have to go. Do something.
There's a football game, is what it is. So come on.
It's something even better. I'll share later. But thanks for having me on, Bill. Great conversation. We cover a lot of ground with the All-Tel and now the Mini 3 standard. So a lot of great topics, and looking forward to those giveaways. We're going to have it later in the month when you get back from Ohio. Yeah. So will you be back from Ohio in time for the Mini 3? What's called?
Well, we're going to be heading
the 14th.
Up. It'll be on the 9th is when we're heading up to Ohio.
So you'll be there probably when the Mini 3 actually comes out.
Yeah. And maybe I can get, if my son-in-law is not too busy with his newborn, maybe I can maybe sneak him on the show.
There you go.
Doing it remote, so we're gonna have some.
And maybe you can sneak a Mini 3 on. Maybe you'll see one up in Ohio.
I might. It could happen. You never know.
Koopy just put down Ron's secret in the chat. So.
Yeah, I got to get my briefing from my buddy at Cedar Lab. But thanks for everybody joining us in the chat. I see a lot of great people in the chat, a lot of great comments and whatever. Thanks for all your support in the chat. And we'll see you next week. Well, will you be show next week, or will you be in Ohio next week?
Oh, I'm going to be doing a show next week. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see you next week. Good night.
Thanks, Ron.
See you, Ron.
So, Marcus, we all know now what Ron's doing. Okay, he's putting the final touches on his video for the Mini 3 right now.
That's it. He's got it in the.
He had. That's the only reason, and he said it's a good thing. Okay, so add 2 and 2 here, and it's not his beloved Eagles aren't playing tonight. I know he really doesn't follow hockey. His Phillies are done. Baseball's over. So yeah, that's exactly what it is. But with that aside, this timing here, and if it comes in, say December 14th, like you said, okay, if that's the date that say it will ship, all right, you guys make a good point here, is that what DJI did with the Mavic 3 Classic, if you wanted to order the drone by itself, you clicked a button that said, we'll send you an email when it's available, kind of a thing. And I think that's what they'll do here too.
Yeah, it's possible. The flip side of that coin is, because this is not an all new product, it's an airframe that they already have. Hey, they may have a bunch of them built already, Bill, and maybe they could ship right away. So, but yeah, you are absolutely spot on. That has been the pattern.
Yeah, so it's always, one thing that I've learned about DJI, they're consistently inconsistent. Okay, with how they do releases.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, it's just like it doesn't follow a pattern. It doesn't follow a rhyme or reason. For example, when the Spark came out, all right, the FCC listing didn't hit until the day of release. Okay, right. But they had the FCC pictures were out there for weeks ahead of time for that. Okay. Oh, you know what? Seriously, we ought to have Drone Comedy and have Sean on, because he is just cracking me up in the chat tonight. can I pay you to stop mentioning Kooky?
Yeah, but you just mentioned him, and so did Sean. So
Tell
what's
him
the
again.
deal? Yeah, Sean.
It's just absolutely funny. So question of the day. What did you think of DJI Mini 3 updated information? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's a great day to fly.